There are two things in this world that I love to do and I'm truly good at. One is cooking food. The other is pissing people off. So, statistically speaking, 26 to 51% of the people watching this video are going to get pissed off. Why are they going to get pissed off? Because I'm cooking with candy corn. Probably the greatest Halloween candy ever. Well, except for the pumpkin ones, which are just like candy corn, but bigger. And that just makes it better. So, yeah, candy corn, I like it. These cookies are actually really, really good. You don't have to make them with candy corn, but you're a lot cooler if you do. Let's get it done. I am Dracula. Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to start off by mixing our dry ingredients in a medium mixing bowl. We're going to put 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. There you go. It's a little humid here in Florida, so you got to kind of tap it to get it out. Now we're going to grab a whisk and whisk it. We're going to whisk it good. We're going to combine everything. You want it as evenly dispersed throughout as possible. It'll help later on. Now just take that and set it to the side. Now in the bowl of our stand mixer, we're going to add 3/4 cup of room temperature, nice and soft, unsalted butter. And to that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. Get that going with the whisk attachment. You want to cream this butter, which means to make it creamy. Start off low speed, move it up to high. Use a spatula to knock down the sides as needed, or that rogue piece of butter that's hanging out in the middle. That needed to be extracted. But crank it higher and it'll start creaming up. There you go. You want to paste. Then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of the best quality vanilla extract you can find and afford. Get that in there, let it start to mix. And then we're going to add 1 liquid chicken. Put it in, let it go, and then once it's combined, you can start firing it up to higher speed. Gonna make a nice thick cookie dough out of this. And knock it down. Make sure it fully combines. You don't want any chunks of anything. Now we're gonna slowly start adding our flour at a lower speed. You don't want to do it too fast at a higher speed because it'll flick the flour all over your kitchen. You don't want that. So go slow. Add it little by little. It'll combine. Use your judgment as to how fast your mixer's going. It's up to you. See, I'm probably going, maybe going a hair too fast right there, but that's all right. It all works out in the end. Now, once it's all in, you're going to make sure it's fully mixed. Use high speed, that's fine. But you want a nice thick cookie dough that's completely mixed. Now it's good. We're going to scrape off our whisk. Again, I got to remind you, it has raw egg. It's not recommended that you eat the cookie dough raw, but you do you, boo-boo. Now, once we have it mixed, we're going to add in 1 cup of white chocolate chips. You can do this with the mixer under power. I don't like to. I like to try and keep the chocolate chips as intact as possible, so I fold them in by hand. Again, if you want to use your mixer, it's more power to you. You do it how you want to do it. On a parchment-lined cookie sheet, there's no oil on the top of the parchment. I just use a little cooking spray on the bottom just to make that paper stay put. I'm using a number 24 disher, and I'm going to add, in this pan fits 12 cookies. You got to make sure you leave enough room for them to spread, which they will. So leave room, even spacing so they can spread, and just, dish them out. There you go, 12 cookies. In the fridge for 30 minutes. We're going to get them nice and cold so when they cook, they don't spread out so far. Kind of keeps them together. So half hour in the fridge. All right, now they spent their time in the fridge box. We're going to add our candy corn, the jewel of these cookies. Really, the candy corn is just decoration on the top. You want to make sure you don't hang over or let the candy corn hang over the edges too much because they will liquefy and they will make a mess. You don't want that, so try and keep them on the top, push them in, and decorate them nice. Look at that. They look so good. Candy corn's just the best, isn't it? I love it. Now we're going to bake them 10 minutes, 350 degrees. 10 minutes. Now that they've spent their time in the oven, these actually could have used another minute or two. Sugar cookies are very hard. You can screw them up and go from perfect to cremated really quick. I got too excited. I tried transferring them too soon. I destroyed 2 cookies. So then I just slide the parchment right off onto the cooling rack, and that works perfectly. I love these cookies. Love them. I love candy corn. Now you gotta let them cool down completely, but once they're cool, then you can stuff it in your face, and that's cool. Now that they've cooled down nicely, we could plate them up, which consists of taking a plate and putting the cookies on them. These are soft and chewy. Like I said, these probably could have used another minute or two to be a little bit firmer. These were a bit on the softer side, but they were still amazingly delicious. They didn't really last long once the kids got a hold of them, and that's perfectly fine with me. All right, truth be told, I ate most of them, but whatever. I'll blame the kids because it's funny. I'm just kidding. I love my kids. They're adorable. It's cookie time! Look at that. Bound to piss the world off. White chocolate, candy corn, the most delicious candy ever. I don't care what you think, you're wrong. Oh, that's good. Soft and gooey. You definitely need to wash it down with a little milk. So these were some delicious cookies. You don't have to put the candy corn in. That's just an added bonus because candy corn is the most amazing Halloween candy ever. Well, maybe except for the pumpkin-shaped ones. But that's not the point right now. Make these cookies with or without the candy corn. Even with the white chocolate chips, they're absolutely delicious. If you like this, drop a comment down in the comments. If you want to tell me I suck, drop that down in the comments. If you have something you want to see me make, if you have a suggestion, I take requests, drop that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.